Reiki is a generic Japanese word describing any form of healing work based on chi, the vital or life force energy. It is not exclusive to the system of natural healing created in 1922 by Mikao Usui and known as Shinshin Kaizen Usui Shiki Ryoho. Neither he nor his immediate students left any written instructions as to its theory or practice. It is a known fact that changes have been made to the most fundamental elements of the Usui system, especially with the addition of symbols which were not there originally. We also know that a large amount of false claims concerning Reiki have been made in order to enhance the image of the practice and develop its mystique. The result is a substantial amount of fabrications which have been created and maintained. As so often happens when humans group together, and despite the relatively short time since the early 1920s, a number of assumptions form a paradigm. That is made easier by the impossibility to deny what did or did not happen, what was or was not said. Today, we now have proponents of Reiki acting as the guardians of the paradigm, of course grooming their successors to continue the tradition. Anyone who dares challenge or contradict it is generally viewed with ridicule or outright contempt. There is absolutely no basis for some of the totally unwarranted claims made by Reiki teachers. These would include the origins in Tibetan Buddhism mysteriously rediscovered, a foundation in and of spiritual wisdom, exclusivity of the healing capacity to Reiki alone, one tradition supposedly being stronger than another, attunement through the chakras, the master-student connection, the elitism of the master, the secrecy and power of the symbols, and so on. Modern environmental conditions have changed so dramatically in the last 100 years or so, with widespread radiation prevalent in all countries of the world, combined with the weakening magnetic field of the Earth, the declining ability of the geomagnetic field to protect us against cosmic forces, resulting in less resistance to incoming cosmic energy. Inevitably, this has an impact on the human's biomagnetic potential. If you do practice this form of energy work, try to avoid exhaustion and strain by being gentle on yourself. Many people practicing Reiki are taught and proclaim that the mere fact of doing Reiki is enough to renew and revamp. That is not always the case. In Diane Stein's Essential Reiki book, you will find the suggested positioning of the hands and even the symbols used by initiates to accentuate the passage of energy. In traditional Reiki courses, these positions are quite empiric and based on nothing more than someone's imagination. Individual schools will claim correct and incorrect positions. Why not? According to the Reiki teaching, the effect will reach its destination just because you want it to. That may be so, but the intensity of thought and ability to concentrate are not constant from one person to another. So why not apply a little common sense and method? There is an aura of mystery surrounding magnetism, probably because scientifically we cannot prove what it is. The age-old art of laying on of hands was reinvented in the 18th century by Anton Mesmer to become magnetism, and then rediscovered once again in 1922 when Mikao Usui, or his followers rather, managed to add even more mystery and made a commercial venture of every human's birthright. That a person should be rewarded for spending time is normal, but that is not a reason to mystify with inconsistent symbols added at a later date, nor to claim the ability to transmit an inherent but unrevealed capacity, often using the wrong techniques, asking for exorbitant sums of money, insisting on extensive periods of time being necessary before being able to achieve the next degree is chicanery. It took me 8 years of research before reaching such a conclusion as a Reiki master. It is to my financial disadvantage, but of great relief to my conscience. In the interest of removing all of these controversies worthy of the kindergarten, let's do away with the polemic and futile discussion, put an end to these power trips, for they are nothing more than vulgar attempts to gain control over unsuspecting individuals who simply want to practice their birthright. What I say in no way alters the fact that the use of the energy the universe holds at our disposition, Reiki just being one of its names, is immensely beneficial. It is the accompanying spiritual materialism which I insist on dissociating from.
If you have enjoyed this content and wish to support Christopher and the team in providing ad-free and regular content updates, back us on patreon.com/Christopher Freeland. You can also find the blog, contact the team, and other authorings at neterenergies.com. Links are in the description of this video. Thank you.